Listen up, Jet fans. I know I rag on you for Sam Darnold all the time. This is emergency type shit. Emergency, literally stop everything you are doing. Stop everything. You need to go on social media right now and you need to block this hire. You need to block this hire. You need to block this hire. It's an emergency. Emergency. Adam Gase is the worst hire that you could have ever made. This guy is hated by every player. This guy sucked in Miami. This is the worst hire you could have ever made. Johnson should be fired. McCagnon should be gone and done. Done. This Jets team right now, you're hopeless as a Jet fan. You need to block the hire. You need to get on social media and you need to go to Chris Johnson and you need to blast social media and reject this hire. And I tell you this as a Giants fan. Adam Gase thought it was good with Tannehill. He has no leadership skills. His offensive play calling is massively overrated. Every player on Miami's staff hated him. You've seen this, Jets fans. You know how much the Dolphins sucked. The Bills and the Patriots fans tonight, Jarvis Landry and all the Dolphins are laughing at your expense. They know what's up. This is the last guy I would ever expect to hire. The only reason you brought in Adam Gase was to get intel on what the Dolphins were doing. This is not happening. This is not happening. You're not putting up with this bullshit. You're not going to wait 2 more years. You're not putting up with this bullshit. You are not putting up with this bullshit. You go on, you block the hire or you sell your season tickets. Sell your season tickets. You should have kept Todd Bowles. You should have kept Todd Bowles. I mean that in all sincerity. If this guy makes Todd Bowles look like Lombardi, he will be the worst hire in the history of sports. It's one of the worst hires I could ever remember anybody doing. It's worse than Wilkes. It's worse than Tom Sula, Chip Kelly. This guy will be gone in a year. Every management person's going to hate this guy. Everybody hates working with this guy. This guy's a prick. A grade A prick. He's like Jay Cutler in coach form. He sucks. He absolutely is terrible. I'm in shock right now. I couldn't even finish my meal. I'm going to regurgitate my meal. You know, for the people that are out there saying that this is a good hire, you're absolutely clueless, no offense. Whatever Jet Central is going to say, I know Jet Central, he's always politically correct, incredibly professional, 1,000,000% more than me. I couldn't imagine him liking this hire. I don't want him to sugarcoat his thoughts at all. I want Jet Central to absolutely lamboozle. I want JC out of his shell completely. I want Jet Central to absolutely massacre Christopher Johnson in this hire. That's what I want. I want Jet Central to You cannot allow this to happen. Jet fans, I mean this sincerely. I mean, I know that I hate Sam Darnold. And I know Darnold will suck with Adam Gase, but I'm doing this as a favor to you guys. I am telling you guys how to proceed. I watched the Tennessee fans do this with Greg Schiano, who just got fired. Adam Gase is not like a Sandusky guy like Greg Schiano was with the Tennessee hire, but you need to block this hire. You need to voice out your opinions. You cannot make this official. You need to rise up on social media and block this hire. I know you guys have the ability to do that. Jet Central should not accept this. You guys should not accept this. You're too good of a fan base. You guys are too good of people. I care about you too much for you to have to endure this. This is the worst hire. This was the last guy on the face of planet Earth that I would have hired. I would have brought back Hugh Jackson. I'd rather have Hugh Jackson than this guy. I would rather have, I'll tell you who I'd rather have than this guy. I would rather have Mark Richt. I'd rather have Petrino. I'd rather have a 10-year-old kid. I'd rather have pretty much, I'd rather have Ben McAdoo. I don't know about that, but you guys get what I'm saying. This guy is a complete a-hole. Let's call it how it is. He's an a-hole. The players hate him. He has no charisma, zero. He makes Todd Bowles look like Leo DiCaprio in Wolf of Wall Street. Rex Ryan would have been exceptional. It's a disgrace of the highest magnitude. And you know what? He's an a-hole because if you listen to his pressers, he doesn't talk to his players. If you talk to Jay Ajayi, he hated him. If you talk to Tannehill, if you talk to Jarvis Juice Landry, Jamal Adams and this guy are going to get in a fist fight on the first day that they meet each other. Okay? And the fact is, I mean, Ronaldo, have you been watching Dolphins football? If he was a great coach, he would have made Ryan Tannehill and the Dolphins go to a 10-6, 11-5 season, okay? He is not a head coach. He's an offensive coordinator. His greatest accomplishment was that Peyton Manning dragged his ass his whole career. He is trash. He sucks. You know what? If Jet fans are going to be like that, if you're not going to stand together and revolt this hire, then good luck to y'all. Good luck then. Then you're to the point of no return. This guy is quiet. This guy has horrible leadership skills. Listen to Adam Gase mic'd up. This guy doesn't even say a damn word. Damn word. I'm telling you guys, this is the worst hire that you guys could have ever made. I mean that sincerely. He was horrible with the Dolphins, complete prick. Players hate him. No leadership skills whatsoever. Average offense at best. You guys need to stand up and reject this. So, you know, he went 10-6, but look at that year. It was the easiest schedule in that year, you know. Look at that freaking year. I'll get to the Josh Allen review. I will review that last performance. Thank you, Bills fans. But that last year with Adam Gase, Matt Moore got destroyed by Pittsburgh. He's not a championship coach. Not a championship coach at all. He's the worst coach you could have ever hired. Talk to Dolphins fans. They're laughing in your freaking face. That Dolphins team was the most boring team in the NFL. Again, that Dolphins team had no interest whatsoever. It was disgusting. You are completely hiring a much lesser Todd Bowles to hire your staff. Todd Bowles is literally like Belichick and Parcells compared to this hire. Sam Darnold will absolutely hate this guy. This guy doesn't have one nice ounce in his whole body, okay? He is quiet. He has no leadership skills whatsoever. His play calling is massively overrated. He led a shitty Dolphins team to like 7 and 8 wins, and he's the purgatory master. He will bury you in purgatory. He is an absolute abject failure. And the fact that the Jets have played this guy twice a year, the fact that Christopher Johnson could review all these candidates and pick this guy over Monken, over McCarthy, over Richard, over Matt Rule is disgusting. Chris Johnson has no pulse of the fan base at all. Every single thing that Chris Johnson has said, this action today speaks volumes. He is an incompetent owner. Mike Maccagnan is incompetent. Mike Maccagnan is absolutely incompetent. Your owner, Christopher Johnson, Woody Johnson's better than Christopher Johnson. Christopher Johnson can say all the right things. He doesn't know shit about the NFL and about you guys. I know Jet fans, and I know you guys. And I know that you're as disgusted as I am. I'm a Giant fan. I rip on Sam Darnold for a living. But I know you guys. You guys are my friends. Your owner does not know who you are. And that is an absolute disgrace. The fan base needs to completely overhaul this hire. I watched the Tennessee Vols do it with Gregory Schiano. You guys have the power to overthrow the regime. That's what fans are all about. You guys carry the Jets. You pay money to see them. You talk about them. You're the lifeblood of New York Jets football. And you should not put up with a coach that is a 6-10 coach of the hapless Miami Dolphins, a guy with no charisma, zero charisma, a terrible play caller, a guy who hired Dowell Loggins as his guy. You, Jet fans, need to overthrow GASE. This is the worst hire in the history that I could ever remember. It's worse than Ben McAdoo's hire. It's worse than Tom Sula. This will fail immediately. This will blow up. I'm sure Jamal Adams is blowing up on social media. Jet Central's video is going to be absolutely absurd, and if this doesn't get JC out of his shell and actually get him the curse on video, nothing will. We will see JC's professionalism. I know Jet Central. I've known that kid for a long time. JC is a wonderful guy. This will test his professionalism, this hire. I don't think he would ever curse in a video, but Jet Central, if you don't reject this hire, man, you need to let the people know the truth about Adam Gase. You cannot let this happen. You have waited too long to fire. You've waited too long. You've waited too long to fire Todd Bowles. You've waited too long. And this is not the guy that your fan base deserves. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to leave it at that. And I'm going to let this video hang and I'm going to let this video sit. You guys should not accept this hire. You should get Johnson to revoke it. Maybe Johnson is just effing with you guys. Maybe this is a prank. This will be the worst hire in your franchise history. It'll be gone in 2 years. You'll delay the process. Darnold will suck. You'll get rid of Sam Darnold and I'll be right. The only good news for me is I'll be right on Sam Darnold because Adam Gase is a clueless teacher. This is the worst hire in the history of football. It is an F, F minus, F, F, F. A high school coach could do better than Mr. Adam Gase.